ethic and conduct he must adhere to when he approaches a family or asks for anyone to take a picture with him or her. Mind that it's all voluntary. But we don't want anyone to be aggressive, feeling that they are being threatened by any way. We don't want anyone physically touching anyone unless they've been given permission to do so. We want everybody to have a wonderful experience when they come out here. Also, the bill does prohibit from our characters from standing in the streets. It's also a safety precaution because we don't want anybody getting run over. We want to make sure that we identify areas here in the Times Square area that when tourists or New Yorkers or vacationers come down here, that they can go to certain locations and take photographs with these men and women who are doing New York, adding a little flavor and color here down in Times Square. Like I said, this is the entertainment artist mecca of the world, so yeah, we should have this kind of flavor here. No one is trying to knock that out. One of the biggest misconceptions of this bill that I'm submitting in on Wednesday is immigration. This bill has nothing to do with immigration or immigration status. This bill prohibits anyone asking anyone about their immigration status. We are not concerned with your immigration status. We are not the INS. We're not trying to do anything to disrupt families. What we are saying is that when we do an identification background check, all the bad characters who have been out here, who violated people and messed up the people's trust, you will no longer be welcomed out here. But if you're doing the right thing, you would have no problem with the rules and regulations or the oversight, shall I say, that we've come together to say we need to agree on how do we manage our great Times Square area. That's what this bill does, allows us to manage it where everyone can be on the same page. From the costume character, from the NYPD, from the elected officials, from Times Square Alliance to the businesses, we want to make sure that everyone is on the same page. Trust me, they will be on the same page, at the end of the day. So I'm going to tell you that there are some fines if you do violate. NYPD will have privilege and enforcement regulations to be able, if you do not have an ID, because you will go through a background check. We will have an identification system that's going to be created and monitored by Department of Consumer Affairs. We're also grateful that the administration has helped us draft this piece of legislation. So we know that everybody who has a vested interest in making New York a better and a safer place to live is part of the